Dealing with challenging behaviour is part and parcel of being an educator. You're likely to come across varying levels of poor behaviour most days. We know this is normal. All behaviour is communication, and you can usually de-escalate and refocus the pupil or class with relative ease. But sometimes you can't. So what do you do when behaviour starts to escalate? Hi everyone, I'm Natalie from My Progression, and this video is going to give you 10 tips to manage escalating behaviour in the classroom. Losing control of your classroom will feel chaotic. That little incident of someone making a silly comment to a peer has now escalated to the whole class getting involved, and you now must calm the situation and regain that control. But how do you do this? Even the most experienced teachers can feel like they're losing control when incidents occur in the classroom. It may not be a major incident, but consistent low-level behaviour from one child can impact the other children in class, and as the teacher, you know that you do not have the class's full attention. A colleague relayed to me an incident of a child she taught for a year. She knew him well, he'd always been compliant. Things at home had changed, and at this point there was a distinct change in the pupil's behaviour. He became morose, came into class late, began to refuse to do any work, and then, the real catalyst for things imploding, that he began to make disruptive comments constantly throughout lessons. Ignoring it wasn't an option. So straight away, the attention of the teacher was being directed to him, and they started having a back and forth with the volume from the child increasing as it went on. Laughter erupted from the class. Some were enjoying the show. Some pupils were horrified, and the teacher just felt hijacked. Panic set in, and in a split second, it felt as if she had lost control of her class. I'm sure you can all identify with this situation, and probably worse. But how do we handle this and make sure you're prepared to be able to manage these situations? Our responses to behaviour will be age dependent. When dealing with younger children, we'll model good behaviour and use praise and rewards to encourage and promote our high standards. With your older children, there will usually be some form of merit or demerit system, and it's important that you follow the school behaviour policy for all ages. Now remember that all behaviour is communication, and the younger the child, the less likely they are to understand what is causing this behaviour. So how do we respond to a situation where we feel like we're losing control and the behaviour is escalating? For more on spotting the signs of escalating behaviour, see our series on the stages of a crisis, linked in the description below. To avoid the pupil escalating towards crisis, it's useful to have a toolkit of de-escalation strategies to use when we recognise that the individual is spiralling. These tools can help regulate the pupil's emotions, reduce risk, and show the pupil that they are supported. Let's go through some top tips to handle escalating behaviour. Number 1, do not take escalating behaviour personally. All behaviour is communication. Children are unlikely to be able to manage their emotions or even understand why they're so upset. And some adults are still not able to do this. Put your ego aside and make sure that you are supportive. Number 2, keep calm. Yes, they've derailed your carefully planned lesson, but you cannot show your frustrations. You need to step up and handle the situation with care. So make sure your reactions are controlled. Number 3, validate the pupil's feelings. By validating how the pupil is feeling, you can empathise with them. There are times when we need to react, however, in many cases we can aim to manage an escalation and manage it well. Our teaching may need to stop to deal with the situation, and by doing this, we model to the whole class, as well as the specific pupil in crisis, that we care. For example, you might say, I can see that you're feeling frustrated, and I want to help you. First, I do need to tell the class what they need to do, and then we can go for a chat. Is that okay? Thank you. Number 4, do not attempt to continue the lesson if your pupils aren't listening. When distraction levels are high, manage this first and deal with any escalation so that you can then return to ensure your pupils are receiving top quality teaching. Number 5, consider your body language and keep relaxed. Move positions, address the pupil, and keep an open and relaxed posture. Stop teaching. Take a breath to decide on your speech and actions. Open and responsive body language along with some positive attention will reduce the drama. Stop what you're doing, try to look relaxed, and talk. Number 6, slow your speech and lower your tone. A change in tempo and volume can allow the class to really tune in to what you're saying. Give them enough time to process the context of your instructions. Number 7, provide choices. You need to allow them some time to correct their behaviour. If you offer a positive choice to stop what they're doing, then they will feel like they're in control, but they are still doing what you wanted. Josh, would you like to sit down and carry on with your work, or would you like to go and sit with Mr. Davies in the library? Either choice stops the disruption. Number 8, if you have another adult in class, utilise them. Leaving the classroom in supervision of another adult allows the rest of the class to complete their work and you can focus on the pupil and have a chat which may restore some calmness. Treat the pupil with respect and try to discuss privately with them rather than air discussions publicly in front of the whole class. Always bear in mind that there could be pressures on the pupil from home that we've got no idea about. Number 9, remember every child is different. Knowing your pupils is key. Although this can be more challenging in a secondary school where you teach a high number of pupils, you should still be aware of any behaviour needs or triggers. If you know the pupil well and have taught them previously, you may have more insight into how to handle a situation where behaviour could escalate. No child is the same, and different things work for different pupils. Sometimes it might be best to ignore some of the low-level behaviour and address the issues after class. However, always be mindful of lowering your expectations and the impact that may have on the rest of the class. And finally, number 10, reinforce the behaviour that you want to see. You may have a class charter or a list of agreed rules to follow. Point these out and make sure everyone understands what good looks like, and make sure they know that this is what you want to see. So what if you can't de-escalate? Well, if you haven't been able to de-escalate a situation and you know that you and your class are in a vulnerable or even unsafe situation, seek help. Schools have systems and policies in place, so make sure you are aware of them. Another adult is always helpful, but not all classes have that privilege. Make a call to the office from the class phone or send a child to get another adult. The introduction of another adult can be the new face that's needed and can allow the child to offload and connect with someone who can remove them from the area of stress. When introducing a new face, make sure you still show that you're in control. It's not that you can't handle the pupil, but you have a class full of students to manage. When they get there, you could use, "Thank you for coming, Miss Bates. Can you please take Richie to the quiet area for me so I can carry on with my lesson?" Your attention is split between 30 other pupils, and the support of a colleague relieves you and the class, allowing you to teach as well as hopefully meeting the needs of the pupil who has been removed, allowing them to regulate. As with everything you do, the key is consistency. Set the standard behaviour you want to see and ensure that you tackle the emerging signs of poor behaviour. Don't take challenges personally, keep calm, listen, pause your lesson if you need to, think about your tone, provide choices, utilise your support staff, treat every child as an individual and reinforce the good behaviour. Always stay in control of the situation and your own emotions. If you found this video helpful, then give us a like, a subscribe and click on that bell. I've been Natalie from My Progression, and let's keep your career in motion.